1 in the morning. Um, E3 is this weekend, and Kingdom Hearts 3 is gonna get a real release date. And I feel like I've been calm this whole time, but I feel like in my head, I don't think I've ever been as excited for something in my whole entire life. Um, Again, it's 1 in the morning, so I can't be too loud, but um, you can probably garner from the fact that my YouTube channel is called Soromoto that Kingdom Hearts has had quite an effect on my life. Actually, um, I've gotten acquainted with a bunch of video game series over the past 2 or 3 console generations, and all throughout that, I haven't had a chance to experience Kingdom Hearts firsthand. I didn't never owned um I never owned the Kingdom Hearts games except for Kingdom Hearts 1 or 2. Um, and so my only knowledge of the series came from like YouTube videos or like Let's Plays or something like that, or just seriously just sitting there and reading off of the wiki about Kingdom Hearts. I remember there was a time where like the Kingdom Hearts wiki website um, every time I would visit it gave me a virus. And you know what? Honestly, I don't think it's from the wiki. I think it's from some other website that I just was latching on to whatever. But uh, yeah, but just sitting there and just reading the Kingdom Hearts wiki and trying to take in more info from it just because I didn't have the games. And that's how I lived pretty much because I never owned a PSP, and at the time I didn't own a Nintendo DS, and at the time I didn't own a Nintendo 3DS. There was no way for me to play Birth by Sleep. I didn't have the money to play Days or um, Dream Drop Distance. Um, and for a little while, I didn't have a PS4 to play 2.8, but you know that was just that's way later. But my point is, despite the fact that I haven't played Kingdom Hearts in a while, I was still trying really hard to be an avid fan of it, and I kept myself informed. And I never realized how much Kingdom Hearts kind of formed my my basis, or like why I love the series so much. So it's gonna sound cliche, but I love Sora. Clearly, my YouTube channel is called Sora Moto, um, or Motto, or however you would pronounce it. Um, but just the I kind of see myself in the character a little bit, like the good parts and the bad. You know, I can't say I'm as what am I trying to say here? Sora's kind of has a one track mind in a sense, where it's like his thing is just whatever whatever happens, or no, not really like that. It's more like his goal is just trying to make people happy, and I admire that quality. Just um, the fact that he every time he lands in a world, his first goal is just to make friends with the people there. Um, just this idea of like just trying to put your best foot forward every single time is admirable to me, and I try to model myself after that. Also, just the fact that he's gullible just so happened to be a quality that I picked up. I don't try to be gullible. I just am. It's part of that same. It's part of that same reasoning of trying to put your best foot forward, trying to assume the best in people. Kind of makes you seem a little bit more gullible at times, and so um, I kind of liken myself to that quality, and I realized how often I make my decisions entirely based on the people around me's opinion. Like, is this a good idea or is this a bad idea? I take into consideration a lot um, what people around me say, or like the people's opinions around me, and just the fact that I feel a little bit um, not weak when I'm alone, but I do very much so feel more powerful and more content and more whole when I'm with my friends. Literally, my friends are my power, as cliche as that sounds. And I just, like looking back on it, like the Kingdom Hearts series is like it's a little, it is a little cringy, like Kingdom Hearts parking lot, um, that video, um, it's got some themes to it. The dialogue in it can get pretty hokey, but at the end of the day, the story is, as the little bio of it on the Kingdom Hearts website says, it's about friendship, and I admire the fact that you can make a game series based off of that concept of just like people trying to be good to their friends, like Sora trying to find Riku, and Riku trying to make sure that Sora's okay, um, or Aqua going through such lengths to save her friends, and Ven disobeying all of the teachings that he's learned all throughout his life just to save his one friend, and Terra trying to do everything he can to protect his other friends. Like, like it's about like the sacrifices you make for the people that you care about, and it's not necessarily your family, but your friends, which is the family that you choose to be around with. Um, and um, I've never really saw myself as someone having a lot of friends, but as it turns out, I do have quite a bit of friends, and I do care about all of them a lot. And I kind of understand the feeling of like wanting to make sure that they're okay, to the extent of um trying to put yourself aside for that other person, which I think is it's seriously not a quality that should it's an exception. It should be pretty much standard for a friendship, I think. But I just thought that it's something worth noting, and I'm really glad that, for as hokey as the dialogue is and as crazy as it seems for Final Fantasy characters and Disney characters to come together and make a video game about friendship, it kind of it kind of makes sense, don't you think? This connection between Disney and Square, for this unlikely mashup coming together and forming a fantastic friendship. Um, just it's just a game series about making friends, and you know what? With Kingdom Hearts 3 being so close to the horizon, like there have been people that have played a demo of it, and at E3 there will be people playing. I would assume the same demo. It's gonna be the same demo. There's no way it's gonna be different. Probably a more polished build of that demo, but it's the same demo. But it's so real, you know. I don't know what to expect. Um, I feel like it's been built up in my head and everyone else's head for so long that no matter what the game is, it's not gonna live up to anyone's expectations. I'll say that much. I'll say that I've always enjoyed Kingdom Hearts as a series of just like how cool everything looked, how pretty it is, um, and then worrying about the story. But mostly it's just I'm at a point where I love these characters so much that it's like, as long as they don't turn absurdly awful, I feel like I'll be content with how they turn out. And I'm just hoping for something a little bit more conclusive, something a little bit less. Oh, wait until you see the sequel, um, type thing. But yeah, I mean, Nomura has said that he wants Sora to be the hero all the way to the very end. But I honestly wouldn't mind if we gave Sora a break, and gave someone else a spotlight. I would not mind if they Final Fantasied it and just went straight and just reboot the series and do something different. I don't know how you would do it, just considering that the story itself is very interconnected. But just a little side story, just a little side story. It doesn't really matter what it is, but it'd be interesting. I think it'd be interesting, or make a game about Riku. I think Riku's cool enough that he could carry a game, um, like he did with Dream Drop Distance. But that's it. I don't know. I'm just part of me is just a little bit worried about where they're gonna take the characters, but at the same time, I'll remain optimistic just because, um, the nature of the games is such that try to remain hopeful and um, at the end of the day, no matter how hokey the plot is, you gotta think about the underlying theme of friendship and just trying to make sure everyone, just trying to save everyone. It's very much so a pretty basic plot. It's just got a bunch of branches attached to it because of all the side stories. But that's all. Just that's all I've been thinking about. Um, anyway, I'm gonna go sit and I'm gonna go watch some more YouTube videos about it. I don't know. E3 is right, and you know what's cool? I bought the Six On Clothing Sora hoodie, so that's gonna come in. So that'll be cool. I'm gonna be streaming on Monday in the morning. Square Enix is gonna be hosting their live streams, and I assume that they're gonna announce the Kingdom Hearts 3 release date then. If not, Sony's gonna be hosting their own live stream later on that day. I doubt they'll announce it at Microsoft. I don't think they give a shit. Um, but yeah. And my brother Nick is gonna come over, and I'm gonna see if I can figure out a way to live stream it, just so that you get our raw reactions throughout the whole day. Um, but yeah, that should be fun. Um, anyways, I hope everyone had a fantastic day. Hope you all have a good Friday, and here's to hoping I do too. I'll see you guys next time.